Football in Focus, Kickback Jacks on Battleground, back from Kickback Jacks, back from Football in Focus. Alex, good to see you.
Good to see you.
A big man. We got the big man inside the house today. How big is Alex Gowda? I mean, you're big enough to take some people down, I think. How big?
6'2", 230.
Wow, and playing linebacker.
Yes, sir.
You got to have some mobility to be able to move at that size. You're a mobile man then. Make that number 5 a good number. What about offense? Any offense for you?
I play a little tight end, but we don't run much of a tight end.
I can see it tight end. I asked the question of Justin. How do you see it different this year with Coach Glass versus Coach Robertson? Both outstanding coaches. What do you see difference in the coaches?
There's just more energy during practice, I feel like.
And how do you think you guys have done? You're a senior right now. You guys have played well the past 3 years especially. What's made you guys so effective the past 3 years, you think?
The past few years, we just all worked together and did a good job.
How about, have you been injured any of the past few years? Any injuries?
No, I had a small injury, but still played.
It seems like a lot of guys have gone down here and there with injuries, but you seem like one of the guys that's kind of stayed fast and stayed firm and stood tall and kept going. What keeps you going? What kind of workouts do you have? What's your workout program is going to be big, because if I hit that arm, I'm going to hurt my fist. So what's your workout program like?
To prevent injuries, I've always tried to stay as flexible as possible.
Well, that helps.
Sure.
When I was a kid, I did a lot of weightlifting. Can't tell it now, but I did a lot of weightlifting as a kid, and I couldn't move, had no flexibility whatsoever. Wish I'd have done more stretching. So that makes a difference, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have like a personal trainer? Because I think Justin mentioned he works with Jimmy Lamore. You work anybody outside the school?
I work with Quentin McComb.
Quentin McComb?
Yes, sir. He's an old coach I had. I work out with him.
Where's he based out of?
He's from Burlington.
Out of Burlington. Got you covered there. Biggest play for you so far this season? What's been your biggest play?
Maybe not so much of a play, but just a big stop we've had, just all the 3 and outs.
Was it any particular game or just overall?
Page game, I was really proud of.
Yeah, you got to be proud of that work. Good effort there. You guys had a chance to win that game too, by the way. That was a heck of an effort that night. When it was 13-0, you guys felt like you had a chance to win it. I'm sure you did.
Yes, sir. Sure did.
Tough loss, but again, if you could have got that game by forfeit, would you take the forfeit? Because I've asked some other guys about that too.
It'd be great to have that on the record, but we still know we didn't win it.
Got to win it on the field.
Yeah.
How about the game against Southwestern Randolph tomorrow night? How do you keep everybody in focus to that game and stay level-headed and stay ready to play?
Gotta stay focused and treat it like every other game.
How about the big games coming up? You got Southwestern Randolph, big one, homecoming. You got Southeast Guilford down the road. You got Southern Alamance down the road. How you guys get it in the line and make sure you run the table, win all those games?
We just gotta play every week, 1 week at a time, and keep winning.
Anything going on this week that's kind of caused you guys maybe to lose your attention a little bit during homecoming week, or are you guys able to stay focused all week long?
We've done a pretty good job of staying focused.
What's been going on? What activities have you had this week? Any pep rallies, any special events?
We have a pep rally tomorrow, and we've had Spirit Week this week. And last Saturday was the homecoming dance.
All right, had to dance the week before the game then, which might be good. Go ahead and get the dance out of the way and just focus on the game. After the game, say you guys win, which you feel like you will, what do you guys do to celebrate after the game? Do you go out, you go someplace to get some to eat, or
We go to the McDonald's in Stony Creek.
Yeah, that's not bad. Very good place, very good place. Do you do any other sports over there? We know Justin does basketball also. Do you do other sports?
I play baseball.
That's right, I've seen him in the baseball team. Interesting. What position?
First and third, and I pitch.
So you got all of it covered there then. You're not quite as big as DJ Reader. Remember him out of Grimsley years ago? The big kid, he's down with the Houston Texans. He was like 6'4" or 6'3", weighed 320, played third base, played first base, pitched. Not quite that big, but you got good size anyway. We're going to ask you some questions in a minute. You can knock those babies out, I think, too. How about this? We talked about distractions. Getting back to state championship, how do you guys get back there again? You were there 2 years ago. You were inches within it last year. Remember down the goal line? Couldn't get in. Man, that was crazy. We'll forget that Friday night against down in Wilmington, Legion Field. You guys are playing against Wilmington Hanover. Talked about Wiz Vaughn earlier, chasing Wiz Vaughn all over the place. Got down in the goal line, trying to get in. Couldn't get in with Dominique. But how do you get back there again?
We just got to finish. The games we've lost because we don't finish.
That's the key. Southeast Guilford had that problem. You got them coming up soon. Southeast Guilford went year after year after year, game after game after game. Always the thing that hindered them the most, could not win the big game. But you guys did do that last year, because I talked to Justin. You guys beat D.H. Conley, Holton Ahlers. You chased him all night long. Then he kind of got hot in the second half. You guys beat them. Then you chased that team out of Clayton next. That was a tough game. Had that wide receiver, Devin Carter, was going crazy down the field. Then you got against New Hanover, chased Wiz Vaughn. So you played the tough teams. You guys won the big games. Go back to your sophomore years a little bit. 3 years ago, what was that like when you guys played for the state? We didn't talk to you back then. What was it like playing that championship game?
I actually didn't go to Eastern my sophomore year.
Wow, tell us the story. What happened there? How'd that work out?
I was at Graham High School my sophomore year.
At Graham?
Yes, sir. And then the summer going in my junior year, I moved into Eastern District.
Wow, what a story. We didn't know that. I'm just pulling them out of my hat right now. I have a hat pull out my cap. Did you ever know that Jamie Newman down at Graham?
I did.
What was he? I mean, how does he get to Wake Forest? I never heard of him before. Guess what? He comes out of nowhere, and he played a lot last week in that game they had against Notre Dame. Saw some big time of fellow Graham, Red Devil from the past. What was he like in high school?
He was a very hard-working and great guy to look up to.
What was the Graham program like back in those days? You guys, I know Graham has hit some hard times in recent years. Were you guys successful back then?
We did pretty good in conference, and we made the playoffs both years I was there.
Not bad at all. So Graham has come back around. I remember there was a time, you may remember this too, when you were real little back in your younger day, Graham would be going like for state championships at one time. But you come to Eastern Guilford, how did it feel to get there and get right involved in all that good mix there?
It felt great. It's a great program at Eastern. I love the environment. Great coaches.
What makes Coach Glass a man to take this team and the bull by the horns and lead this team? What makes him the leader he is?
I feel like he will keep us hardworking and keep us focused and make sure we finish. That's one of the big things he emphasizes.
Now you got to finish high school. That's coming up this year. Then you go on to college. 6'2", 230. Where do you go next?
I'm still hoping to get some offers. I don't have any offers right now.
The good thing, you got a good name. You got a single-digit number 5 for a lot. That's good. Plus you got that name, Alex Gowda. Gowda's kind of a name I think people can't forget once they hear that. What's the background behind that?
My dad is from India.
Ooh, man, we got a good story there, because you got kind of an Indian look to you as well. See, some India, your dad. Did he grow up there and then move here?
Yes, he moved to the United States playing tennis when he was 16 and played on a little pro tour.
Wow, it started as a 16-year-old. Man, this is good stuff. So your dad was a professional tennis player. Now, here's a big question, too. We got to delve a little deeper, and this is a good question answer time now. Did you play any tennis?
I did when I was younger. I just play a little bit for fun now with him.
Do you think Coach Spinks can talk you into coming out for your senior year?
I don't know. Baseball season is the same as tennis.
Oh, I forgot about that. Gosh. How'd you gravitate toward, here's another good question. How'd you gravitate toward baseball when your dad was a tennis man? How'd you end up in baseball?
As a kid when I was younger, I just played all sports, and I ended up loving football and baseball.
And then the big three, the football, basketball, baseball, those are the key sports other kids are playing. You jumped on with those too.
Yes, sir.
Any ideas about, any thoughts, ever go to India maybe to visit over there?
We were hoping to go, I think, next summer.
Wow. And again, college, you said again your college choices, nobody up right now yet. Nobody yet for college. I'm getting interested in this. What type of work does your dad do?
He's the tennis pro at the Old Forest Racket Club.
Wow. So he's not an engineer, but he's a tennis pro. Where?
The Old Forest Racket Club in Elon.
Elon. I think that's a good look. Your dad's a tennis pro. What's his first name?
Jag.
Jag? Spell that for me.
J-A-G.
J-A-G. Man, was he ever in the military? Jag?
No.
Jags? Wow, Jag Gowda. Man, this is good. You're not through yet, but this is good stuff. I'm learning a lot. This is interesting stories. Let's do the fast track trivia. You should get all of these because Justin also did well. One more question for that. More than any team in Guilford County, who would you like to beat?
Southeast coming up.
Southeast coming soon. Got to take care of Southwestern Randolph, and Southeast will be right around the corner. Here we go. The President of the United States.
Trump.
Vice President?
I don't know.
Going to pass on that one. How about the governor of our state?
I don't know.
Going to pass there. What about the mayor of Greensboro? Any idea? Mayor of Gibsonville?
Pass.
Mayor of Elon? Okay. How about the sheriff of Guilford County?
Pass.
Okay. You're not into politics. How about, have you heard this name lately, Kavanaugh? It's been in the news a lot the past few days. Kavanaugh, have you heard that name? It's not the real estate man. It's the man going for Supreme Court. Eastern Guilford trivia. Now, the principal at Eastern Guilford.
Mr. Sockwell.
You got that right. He will not be mad at you, Alex. You got that straight. How about the athletic director? Who's in charge? AD.
Coach Hackett.
Whose son Ryan was a baseball player a few years ago, but you never saw him because you didn't come there. They came later. What about the basketball coach?
Coach Spinks.
Coach Spinks. How about the girls basketball coach?
Coach Harvey.
You're doing well. How about the baseball? You're going to get this one, I know. The baseball coach?
Coach White.
Jay White is right. And just a few more. Top football player ever come out of Eastern Guilford. You may not have all the history.
Torrey Holt.
You got it. You saw his name on the little banner out front. Who's the top player out of Graham? Any idea about that? Any Graham major names? I guess right now the kid at Wake Forest.
Jamie, he's good.
Yeah. Any others that ring a bell? Who's the top tennis player your dad's ever talked about? Who does your dad look to as a top tennis player maybe over the years, or maybe a couple tennis players? You got any names he drops out there?
Like a professional player?
Yeah. Any names?
He really likes Federer.
Federer. Did your dad ever play against those big names back in the day?
No.
Okay. How about the stadium of Eastern Guilford? Who's it named after? Eastern Guilford Stadium. What stadium do you guys play in?
Tommy Grayson.
On the board, right? Opinion. Who's the MVP of the Panthers?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. Go with the quarterback. 10 years from now, Alex Gowda, where will we be? What will we be doing 10 years from now?
I want to be engineer.
Yep, I bet that seems to fit. Any thoughts about NC State? If you don't play football, maybe go there just to go to school?
I have thought of that.
I'd go play football if I were you there because, gosh, raise a hand, another big deal. Jarius Moorhead, I think he had a touchdown last week out of Eastern Guilford. Moorhead, great player out of Eastern Guilford State. UNC or Miami tonight, big college football game. Follow that any at all? Who do you pick tonight? UNC. I hope they win. Was that you said something else?
I'm a Carolina fan.
Carolina fan. So you do not go to State then, right? You go to Carolina, but you go to Carolina and take your courses at State in the part-time engineering class. There you go. Take them online. Don't tell anybody. NC-A&T and South Carolina State tonight. Who wins there?
South Carolina State.
So A&T is not going to win tonight. Alex, you did a good job. I learned a lot, man, from India. Great work, and you can do anything because you got a good background. Thank you much. Alex Gowda, number 5, Eastern Guilford. Next, Colin Smith coming up.